Hi, my name is Melissa, and Lynn and I, who's actually my mom and another Epicure consultant, will be showing you online how to make different easy meals in the coming weeks, since we're almost all of us stuck at home right now. So for those of you who don't know Epicure, Epicure is a Canadian company. It's actually based out in BC, and we've also expanded to the US. So we have lots of different spices and blends that are all low in sodium, no preservatives, gluten-free, nut-free, no fillers or anything like that. And between our spices and our cookware, they really help you out to show you how to make easy meals for your family. So today we'll be making sun-dried tomato pesto pizza, and we're going to start off with the dough that Lynn is going to make.
Hi, thanks Melissa. So I'm Lynne Jenkerson, and really excited to be partnering up with Melissa to do this cooking class. I've been with Epicure for 11 years, and I love that I can work my business in different ways. So with everything that's going on, we're doing live cooking classes. So for the dough, so we're doing pizza, as Melissa said. So for the dough, there's different things. If you have pizza dough in your fridge or freezer, go ahead, you can use that. I love naan bread, so what I want to show you today is how to make your own naan bread. So what I did is I put 3/4 cups of warm water, actually in a little prep bowl. And I put a teaspoon of yeast. So I like to buy it, you can buy it in envelopes, but I like to buy it in the jar because I use it so much. So it works out great that way. And then a teaspoon of sugar. So I just mix that and let it sit for a bit. Then what I did is I put 2 cups of flour with a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of our roasted garlic aioli. My jar's almost empty. I use this one a lot. I'll use it in stir fries, to make garlic bread, just in so many recipes. And also there's a great recipe on the jar to make a nice garlic sauce, dipping sauce for pizza, for vegetables, to put on sandwiches, to put on donaires. So there's a lot you can do with it. If you don't have this, you can also use our minced garlic, or you can use fresh garlic too. If you have our minced garlic, the one thing you can do if you're putting it for the dough is you can take the grinder head off one of our sea salt grinders, and it fits on our jars. So that way you can just grind your minced garlic to have it thinner. So, and they're adjustable, so you can choose what size you want to grind it. So what I did is like I said, I put the flour, the salt, and the roasted garlic aioli in here, mixed it up. Then I added my liquids and some 2 tablespoons of plain yogurt. I use Greek yogurt because I always try to have more protein in my meals. And I use 2 tablespoons of oil. So I mixed all that up. I let it sit for 2 hours, and it was actually, it came up to the top of the bowl. Let it sit for 2 hours, and that's it. So this is another alternative if you don't have any pizza dough in your fridge or freezer. So I'm just gonna put that aside and show you what I did next. So I have Epicure's tortilla press. It's actually not in the catalog right now. I do have some in stock if ever you're interested, but if not, it's okay. You can just use the rolling pin, and that works good too. I just don't like cleaning the mess of the flour and so on the counter, so I really love my tortilla press. So what I did is just took a little ball of the dough and put it on the tortilla press and just press it down, and just move it along to press it a bit more. And there you go. So my naan bread is ready to be cooked. I'll just show you what I do next. So what I did is I put a bit of olive oil in the frying pan, put the naan bread, and cooked it. I flipped it, cooked it for a few minutes. So now what I'll do with this is put it on our mini baking sheet. And Melissa will take it away, and she'll show you how to make our sauce to top it up. Thank you.
All right, so next up we'll be doing the pesto sauce. So we'll be using the pesto sauce mix from Epicure. So very simple to use. There's actually the recipe directly on the jar. So I've pre-measured 2 tablespoons of water. And I'll be adding 2 tablespoons of the pesto seasoning. 1 and 2. And then we'll be mixing it up. All right. Okay, and then next we will leave it to stand for 5 minutes. So I just want to mention I used a couple of our Epicure cookware. So we have the prep bowls right here. I love the prep bowls because they have the measurements directly on the sides. So it's very simple. You don't need to use any measuring cups. And I've also used the Epicure 4-in-1 spice spoon. Once again, we're always looking for the specific tablespoon or teaspoon that we need. And this one has 4 measurements in one. So for the pizza, there's different options that you can use also apart from the pesto. So there's the marinara, which is really good. Once again, recipe on the jar to make the marinara. A bit like normal pizza, except a lot less sodium. Then we have the herb and garlic dip mix, which can be used as a veggie dip, but also very good as a base for pizza. I like it with pizza, just with tomatoes and a bit of Parmesan. And the other one that I like to use is the chipotle. So if anyone loves spicy food, spicy pizza is the best. Very simple to use. You just mix it with mayonnaise, and the chipotle aioli is good on other stuff too, on hamburgers, on sandwiches, with fries. Lots of different options there. All right, so I'll just mix it up again just to make sure it thickened a bit more. All right, so I have pre-measured the rest of the ingredients. So we'll be adding a 1/4 cup of oil, which I pre-measured in my prep bowl. And mix that up again. And we'll be adding 2 tablespoons of the Parmesan cheese. And mixing it up. So on the jar, it actually says that you can add pine nuts to it too. But what's nice about our pesto is that you don't actually need to add pine nuts, and we do have allergies in our family, so we won't be adding it today. So we have our pesto already made, so I'm actually going to transfer it to another home to continue our cooking class. So here you go, Lynn.
Thanks, Melissa, for preparing the pesto sauce. So now what we're going to do is my naan breads are all ready. And actually, I want to mention something to you. For everyone that's gluten-free, you know, all our products, I believe Melissa mentioned it, that all our products are gluten-free, nut-free. We have another option that you can use is our pizza crust, and which is also gluten-free. So it's nice because you can have this in the cupboard. You add a few ingredients and you have your gluten-free pizza crust. So that's an other option for you. So what I'm going to do is just spread on these the pesto sauce that Melissa prepared. And there's a lot of flavor in our pesto sauce, so don't put too much on. Just put it all the way to the sides, but don't put a thick coat on it. Because there's no preservatives and everything in our products, you don't need to use a lot. So I'll just put a bit more of this. Okay, so that's all ready. And next what I'm going to do is, so what I did is I didn't have any roasted tomatoes. So I chopped up some tomatoes and just put a bit of olive oil with them. And I added some red pepper too. If you have other vegetables, you can include those too. And I added our red garlic aioli, so same product that I put in the naan bread. And I put some of our pizza seasoning. So if you have other seasoning, you can mix that in it. And so what I did is I cooked it at 350 for 30 minutes. So that makes our sun-dried tomato and some other veggies at the same time. And in case you're wondering, this is our cookie sheet and our bacon roll. The bacon roll is so nice. You don't have to use parchment paper. Nothing will stick to it. Washes really nice. You can throw it in the dishwasher too to clean it. So I'll just put some of these on here. As you can tell, Epicure's color is purple. So we have so many pieces of cookware that are purple. Doesn't this look amazing? So I'll do up the rest after. I don't know how hot this is, but. And then what I'll do is I'll add a bit of feta cheese on top. And the feta cheese is not as ground as I'd like it to be. So just taking our cutting mat and our ceramic knife. If you haven't tried our ceramic knives, they cut very, very well. So you have to be very careful not to cut yourself with it. And our cutting knives, they come in 2 sizes. This is our bigger one, and they come with a guard too on top, so which is really nice for storing and protecting your blade. So just cut this. Perfect. So we'll put a bit of feta cheese on this. And then a bit more of the Parmesan cheese. Doesn't that look amazing? And if you want, you can also add some of the pizza seasoning on top. I won't in this case, just because there's enough seasoning in the tomatoes and the red peppers that I cooked. So what I'll do is once it's all cooked, I'm going to put it back in the oven, do up the other ones too before that, and I'll post a picture of the end result. But before I do that, I just want to tell you everything that we've used is in our catalog. So we currently have our Canadian catalog, and we also have our US catalog. So anybody you know, even gifts, right? We can't leave home. You can shop online on Melissa or my site, and it's shipped directly to their home in the US or Canada. So, so that's a little plug for our catalogs. The other thing I want to mention to you, if you have some friends that want to get together virtually and have their own cooking class, we can organize a cooking class for you. And for doing so, I have a gift for you. You get $20 of free products. So message Melissa or I, whoever's your consultant, and we can tell you more information about that. So that's it. You saw how easy that was to prepare. So we'll post a picture as soon as they're all done. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone that listened to our online cooking class. Stay tuned on our Facebook page because we have lots planned for you this month. We have an online bingo, online freezer meal workshop, and our next cooking class, egg rolls in a bowl.